Hello! This is a video walkthrough of a few of my favorite Zaps that I have set up for my co-working space. I also use them in a couple other areas of my businesses, plural, but this video is specifically about Zaps I have set up for my co-working space. There's a couple others, but these are really great ones that can be utilized in a couple of different ways and across industries. If you happen to be watching this and you are a co-working space owner or operator, these are great Zaps to have set up that that automate some of your tasks and take out the hands-on manual things that sometimes we do to keep things moving. So let's jump in. I'm not going to do a full walkthrough of how each one is set up. That's a longer conversation. So one I have set up has to do with our game night. So periodically we do a community game night. It's open to the community at large, not just members. It's completely free, and I use Kajabi as a part of my tech stack in another business, and so I actually utilize Kajabi's event emails to automate reminders and make it so that I don't have to think about it. So if that's not part of your tech stack, just think about a place that would have event reminder email sending out. So that's how that works. So someone comes in and they register to the event and they get an instant invite to the Google Calendar event for game night, which means that it shows up on their calendar potentially, and they get the emails. And hopefully between the two of those, they get the information they need to be able to join. The next one I have up on the docket is for guest submissions. So for blogging, no matter what industry you're in, you potentially have guest submissions, and sometimes it's kind of obnoxious to get all the information pulled together and whatnot. So I actually use a tech stack of, which I'm going to be switching out. I'm actually going to switch to Airtable, but currently the Zap is set up for Typeform. So they submit a guest submission through Typeform, which includes their name, their email, a logo upload, a headshot upload, and the actual body of the post they are asked to format themselves and paste into the Typeform, and then additionally a small 100 word or less bio. And that goes into Typeform, they submit the form, and Zap goes ahead and creates a Google Doc for me, specifically in the guest post submission folder inside the co-working space drive, with all of that information laid out and formatted. And it actually creates a Trello card automatically as well that my VA can then go in and create the graphics and pull everything together, and everyone knows what's happening. So it's pretty awesome. And that's all generated by what is put into the Typeform. The same thing is set up for member spotlight. So if you have people who you are wanting to spotlight, you can actually have them submit their information. It's set up just the same as the previous on the guest submission one. And it does the same process. So the next one is a networking registration form. I actually have that set up through Airtable. It's the same idea as the game night though. So they submit a form on Airtable, and within Airtable I have a view that gets auto-populated just because they filled in the form, and it actually gives a really great visual. I'll do another video on that, of who's coming, it's almost like a really quick business card, because you can choose to show like their LinkedIn profile link, their image, their little bio that I asked them to fill in. And that's a pretty neat way. So the actual Zap itself, they submit the form on Airtable, they get registered to the Kajabi event, so I don't have to send out reminders, it happens automatically, and they get registered to that Google Calendar event as well, so that the Zoom information is inside the Google Calendar and is going out in those emails. So if for some reason the emails end up in spam or they don't add to their calendar, hopefully they get the emails and they get covered either way. So the next part, and the last one I'll share with you today, is inviting a new user to Slack when there's a new plan in Stripe, and they get a welcome email. So this one happens when a new member comes into my co-working space. So I have everything set up so that when they fill in the form, I'm using Thrivecart for checkout right now. When they submit their thing through Thrivecart, they show up in Stripe, and when the payment, so the payment by that point is going through and it's good, Stripe goes, oh, goody, you have a new member. And then the Zap runs and actually sends out an auto welcome email that's customized with their first name, a little bit of their information so they feel like that I wrote the email. And it includes a link to sign our coworking member agreement, which that is included. And then also it actually attaches a PDF as well. So it attaches a PDF of the coworking agreement that they'll sign with HelloWorks, and a PDF of, like, I call it the what to expect at Connect Work on Me. So it's all of our housekeeping things and all of those things. And that's all built inside Zapier. And then it also auto adds them to Slack. Now, when it auto adds them to Slack, it sends them an invite and it automatically puts them into the general channel. You have to manually still add them to the other channels. At least with my current Zap setup the way it is, that's what happens. So that is everything I have for you today. Those are my current Zaps I wanted to share with you that I'm using in my co-working space. And feel free to use them how, suggested wherever else you'd like inside your industry. I am able to share these. So if you see one you like and you want to be able to set up your own, feel free to message me and I will happily send you the link. Thanks for watching.